Let's go! Come on, let's get down! Vamos, let's go, come on! Love this time of the year.
I'm waiting. Waiting.
Do a sound check.
Waiting. Great. Just love how it always takes forever.
Patience is a virtue.
I think when you get older, patience is gone.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Patience is gone. Already. Finally.
All right.
Ooh, one person on.
That's
Tom
all right.
QI.
Let's go, let's go.
I'm sure that everybody's watching the matches, which, you know, we would love to be doing the same thing as well.
Well, and it's Monday at noon.
That's true.
The only reason why we're doing this today, Monday at noon, is because our tennis lessons, today the early block was blocked out, and then our afternoon starts at 2:30 and it doesn't end until 7 p.m. So we had to do it now.
Yeah, Rublev down a set. Thank you. Simone, yes, down a set.
All right, you ready to lock in?
Sure.
Let's go.
All right.
People will catch this later, no worries.
What's up, Brian? What's up, Alex M? What's up, Flo, Simon Simonovic, and Tom QI?
I was, Tom QI is, or I don't know how you say that, Kai.
And Matt Kane, what's up?
Is a fantasy player, and he was chatting with me earlier about these bozos not getting their fantasy teams right. Jeez.
Very irritating, guys.
Come on.
You know, I put a message out there. You know, Justin's really nice. You know, if you make a mistake, you know, it's like you enter any contest. You make a mistake, do you think they'll text you or call you or email you and say, hey, you messed up, can you please fix it before it starts?
I do that.
He does. I wouldn't. It's just kind of ridiculous that no one can follow instructions or watch the video.
Well, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. Most of the people that are watching don't play it anyway. Mm-hmm. But when you put in late fantasy teams, you know, and the time zones are different. And I got up at 5 a.m. this morning because I knew there would be a lot of teams to write in, and there was. But by the time the first ball was struck, I wasn't done writing the teams. And there was multiple people that had either the wrong teams or the wrong players or too many or too little. And it's just not fair to everybody else if I let them wait. So anyway.
Alex M said, Carla must be devastated her pretty boy Tsitsipas is out. Nope, because I didn't pick him on the fantasy.
There you go.
I didn't pick him for a reason, because you all said he doesn't do well at Wimbledon.
Exactly.
And I actually listened to you guys, so I didn't pick him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. It is day one of Wimbledon. Yes, there are still matches on the court. We're going to review those here in just a moment. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I did some analytics today, and 67% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. One day, I would love to get a camera instead of my cell phone, but, you know, I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to do that without any type of return from maybe YouTube and how we try to make a couple of cents. We make nothing off of this except maybe, what, like $10 a month or something? But I would, if the more subscribers, the more revenue, and then I would love, after 3 years, to replace my camera being my cell phone to an actual camera. Right? But with 5 kids, you know, it's easier to do it if you hit the subscribe button.
By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to Alex Couillard. He sent me this shirt. He knows I'm a huge Serena fan. You know, Serena the Queen. I love it. Comfortable shirt. You know, thank you very much. I'd rather wear this than any Djokovic item. So thank you very much.
Let's go. Wimbledon, by the way, is my...
I love fucking Djokovic. So right, yours.
So Wimbledon is my favorite time of the year outside of Christmas. Again, with 5 kids, Christmas is always a really, really, really good time. Wimbledon is always number 2. The grass looks really green at Wimbledon. Unfortunately, we have to listen to Chris Evert commentate. So generally, we'll turn that down and just enjoy the grass. Less Chris Evert, right?
Someone said, Tommy QI said, Alte lost first set, Justin.
I didn't take Ott.
He switched him.
So
like a day ago,
and this is okay. So he's playing Rinderknecht, and the two of them, I felt like Ott was more match ready coming in. I know they both went through qualifying, but I felt like Ott prior to qualifying was the better player or more match ready. But I kept going back and forth with Murray and Ott, and I actually chose Murray, and I did that a couple days ago.
Yeah, and he was. Do you guys remember how he said I was crazy to pick Murray? How he was laughing and everything, even doing his cry and everything. Yet he replaced him with Murray.
Well,
Interesting.
I felt like I felt like this tournament was, I guess looking back, I felt like it was, his yard, literally, with grass and everything. He's won it before, twice, I think. Has he won 2 Wimbledons? He's won 2 Wimbledons, right?
He's only won 3 slams, so did he win
one U.S. Open and 2 Wimbledons, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like, Bashlesvili, as you call him, wife beater or whatever you call him, I felt like that Murray would be a safer pick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to give a shout out to a list of people. And if you hear this name, I'll tell you why at the end. Number 1, I'm going to give a shout out to myself. I'm going to give a shout out to Carla, Jack Nolte, Himanshu Chadha, JMP 1966, Gene Swart, what's up, Gene? Our moderator out there in South Africa. Tom QI, you're here with us. You're still great on fantasy. Siu Wang, Thomas Wilson, Junzi Kai, so maybe some relation to Thomas Kai, because the same last name, or whatever. Mukesh Chadha, Zest for Life, Canadian tennis fan. I obviously know my tennis. And Kathy Wang. All of us chose Petra Kvitova on our tennis racket giveaway and the $250 match selection.
We are out.
We are out.
We are out.
If you pick Kvitova on your fantasy team, no big deal because everyone else did too. No worries. All right. All right. Let's get into this. By the way, a lot of you chose Federer, Djokovic, Serena, Barty, Kvitova, Tsitsipas, Muguruza, and Medvedev to win the whole tournament. And we know that Kvitova and Tsitsipas are out. So for those that pick Kvitova, myself, and those of you that pick Tsitsipas, it's going to be tough to compete with some of these ballers, losing a 1-point player only in the first round. Tough. All right?
Yep.
All right, let's start it. What matches are going on the courts right now, Carla?
All right, let's check.
So we have been debating about putting a TV behind us. We can't turn the volume up, but put a TV back there. And if we start these shows during, these fortnights and matches are still ongoing, we can put the TV up there and just keep up with it right there.
All right.
Right? All right. Ongoing matches.
So we got Millman against Bautista Agut.
What's the score?
Bautista won 6-2 first set. Millman 6-3 the second. Bautista won the third 6-3, and they're at 1-1 with Millman serving at 30 love.
In the fourth?
In the fourth.
Good match.
Kudla and Davidovich. They are in the fourth set. Davidovich is up 2-1 on Kudla.
What's the score in the fourth?
1-0 on serve.
Hasn't Kudla won Junior Wimbledon before, or am I wrong?
I have no idea. You keep saying
I
that.
think so, but maybe.
Martinez and Travaglia just started their set. 3-1 Martinez. Opelka, which some of us picked, is down a set against Cuthbert.
Oh.
4-6 in the first set and on serve 2-1.
If I lose Kvitova and Opelka in the first round, I will remove my name from
Please
fantasy
remove
team.
mine too. Don't waste time.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Ate and Rinderknecht are playing. Ate down a set. 4-6 and up on the second 3-1 and 40 love serving.
I think Ott does pull that out.
Ate or Ott?
I think
McDonald against ex-Thor Hachinov. Won the first set 6-3 and is down 2-5. Delbonis and Rublev, which honestly is a boring ass match.
Watching that now.
That is boring because Mr. Rublev just can't seem to hit the ball deep. His game definitely doesn't translate well into grass. Just really boring to watch.
Can't be worse than watching Tsitsipas looking.
That was hideous to watch.
Tsitsipas looked deflated, like he didn't
want to be there.
His mind was elsewhere. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Rublev down 4-6 and on serve with Delbonis serving. My Iron Man, Fusovic, has split sets with Mr. Sinner. They're on the third, and it's 5-4.
Yeah, I think you called the upset on that prior to the tournament even starting.
Yep. Anderson and Barrios Vera. Anderson is up 2-1 and on serve on the fourth.
Let's go, Anderson.
Kekmanovic against Bagnis. Kekmanovic up 2 sets and on serve 3-3 on the fourth. Halfman and Vasily. They both split sets on the third set, 5-6. Seppi and Sousa. They both split sets and are on third set, 5-4 on serve. That's the men. Let's go to the women's.
Yeah, and generally, look, we apologize for doing this at 12 o'clock today.
Yeah, but we work late today.
Generally we do this at the end of the day, and there's a fellow YouTuber out there. I'm not sure if he's on now, Cam Williams, who I love a lot. We love a lot. We play him on our courts with students while we're training. Our day is totally stacked until 7 and so forth. So
someone said I look buff in this shirt.
Let's go. Buffy the Vampire
I could
Slayer.
wear any shirt and I still look buff, Alex. And just saying, I'm very muscular.
So anyway,
all right.
Generally these shows will be after all the matches have completed, but today it was impossible.
Yes. Women, Swiatek against the boring ass.
What's the score? Sue Shea?
Sue Shea.
What's the score?
Boring Sue Shea looks like she can't play tennis today. She's up 5-3 on her.
Well, if you've never, if you were a tennis fan that has only followed tennis and to watch the likes of Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, Serena, that type thing in the past, say 10, 15 years or a little bit longer, and you watch someone like Sue Shea play and you have no idea who she is and you haven't followed her game for many, many years, then you would think she doesn't really look like a great tennis player.
She doesn't look good today.
But what I'm getting at is the common person doesn't realize that even someone with a semi-ugly game can be very, very dangerous on the court. Let's look at Nicolescu, right? The Romanian girl, Nicolescu, she can't hit a forehand. She hacks at it. She slices the forehand every time. Her backhand is so loopy. And she has been a veteran or a staunch player and veteran for a very long time. Sue Shea is one of those type of people that has been on tour. They're savvy. They have strategical dominance usually over their opponents, and they can hang in there and they can win matches because of their fitness, intelligence, ability to hit spots consistently on the court, even though their serve or ground strokes or their whole game entirely may look like garbage. Let's go, Sue Shea.
All right, next match. Wang against Kenin. Kenin up 6-4, 4-2. Hersad Collins. Collins serving for the match on the third set, 5-2, 30-15.
Oh, Collins is down?
She's up 5-2 serving for the match.
Collins is up.
Yes, Justin, that's what that means.
Man, I already lost Kvitova. I didn't want to lose Collins, too.
I don't think I picked Collins. Did I?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Kudermetova and Golubic, 7-7 in the third set.
And they got a tiebreaker now because of Mahut, Isner, and Anderson.
Thank you, Isner.
At 11-11.
I don't think they'll get to 11-11. Bolter and Lau in the third set on serve 4-3. And that's it for women's match.
And good job for Bolter. She's a
Bolter
Brit. She's a Brit.
Bolter was supposed to do something a long time ago. Just saying.
All right, you ready to get into the real deal? Let's get going. Let's get down. Come on. Number one, day one, as we begin it, started with a rain delay. Carla and I got up at 5:0500 if you're on the 24-hour clock, and we were ready to go. Pen in hand, fantasy teams being written, and what do we got? Rain delay. That's nothing new in England, right?
No, it's supposed to rain almost pretty much. It was supposed to rain the whole day. At least they got some matches in. Tomorrow's much better, but then I think Saturday they got like a 70% chance of rain.
Yes, it's not uncommon for matches at Wimbledon when it comes to the conclusion of the tournament to be delayed until, a day or two after. Usually you have, the women's final on Saturday and the men's final on Sunday, but there has been years in which that gets pushed back a day or two because of the rain. So nothing new.
The whole week will be rain, but 30%, 20%, that's everywhere. I mean, we're here the whole week, 20, 30%. I consider rain when you're at 70% and above. Just saying. It's supposed to rain every day in the summer. For them, it's supposed to rain all the time.
All right, the first match we flipped on to watch, and we were up for it, was Djokovic and Draper, Jack Draper, the young British teenager, and he took the first set. And, the first thing I wrote here when he took the first set was, quote, heir apparent to Andy Murray. And I wrote here, space, disagree. Djokovic is in the first set of the first match of this Wimbledon. I think we both looked at each other.
I was laughing.
We were laughing about it. I hope this kid's happy and he can make his country very proud of winning the first set against against Djokovic. However, the second, third, and fourth sets, it was a different story, and Djokovic cruised after that. I think maybe...
Definitely. He did cruise. He doesn't look British, though. I was telling B-Dog. I was like, he doesn't look like your typical British kid. Usually the British tennis players lack personality. They just do. They're very dry.
Let's name some.
Henman.
Konta.
Very dry, but she's not really British.
Bolter.
Maybe Edmund, very dry.
What about Evans?
Evans is the only one that's feisty.
Feisty.
He kind of reminds me of an Irish. It's just a lot more feistier. Murray is dry, but he's not from there. He's what? Where's Murray from?
Scotland.
Scotland.
But he's from the island.
But he's dry too. They're just dry. They're like there's like no excitement. This kid he looked like your American typical kid.
How does that work there? If you're from an island, on one island, and one part of it's called Scotland and one part of it's called England.
Rosetsky, yes.
How does that's a great knowledge drop. Was that Mike Walker that said that?
No, that was Alex M.
Oh, Alex M. Big things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, how does that work? You're on the same spot, and what's another island that's split in half? Haiti and Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
Is there any other islands that are like split in half, and one side of the island is like a totally different deal? But I think in England they're kind of the same deal, but it had to do with some like not ancient, but kings and queens have passed. Like this is my boundary, that's your side, this is my side, and there was different kings on one side and kings on the other side, and they just started fighting.
Jesus says Scottish people are easygoing chaps. I don't know. I mean, Gerard Butler's Scottish, and he seems to be like.
Jesus. Jesus is bringing up. He's bringing up real. He's bringing up real geopolitical things, and you're busting out Gerard Butler.
He's Scottish.
What does the movies have to do with anything?
No, not the movies. Like anytime they interview him, he's got like a lot of spice to him.
Dude,
and Murray is just like Murray should have been born in England because he's just so dry.
Look, the last dozen movies by Gerard Butler were hot garbage anyway.
Hot garbage? You watched them. You said, oh, those movies are
Which
good.
one? Name one.
The last one we just
saw. What was
saw
the name of it?
Greenland.
You forgot the name
Greenland.
of it? What happened in that one?
The one where at the end of the world, remember they go to the military thing? They have like, you watched it.
Okay, yeah, I remember it, but
Hey, what's up, this guy? Evans is brummy like me and Ozzy. That's what Michael Walker said.
1000.
Hold on, there was a comment here that. Matt Cain's going to Wimbledon. I said, can you take
Let's
pictures?
get some photos, Matt Cain.
Yeah.
Better get some photos in here, bro.
Definitely.
Better do that. And he won the last Wimbledon, and it didn't happen last year, but the Wimbledon before that, Matt Cain grabbed one of our tennis rackets. He won the picks.
Yeah. EDN says, what blows my mind is that the Queen is referred to the Queen of England, but she actually is the Queen of the entire United Kingdom, and the UK includes Great Britain plus Ireland.
Well, I'm looking for this guy 1000's thing. Did he put in a team?
I don't think so.
I think he did.
This guy said England plus Scotland plus Wales, Northern Ireland, Great Britain / United Kingdom.
Sounds like an algebra equation.
Brian Mason said, if Andy Murray were ice cream flavor, it would be a cardboard.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Look, if you're the Queen of England and you have to order some military strike, does she have anything to do with that? Isn't she just like poster child with a whole lot of money? Is there any... Does the king or queen, the queen, I think it has to do with whoever comes next, but does the Queen of England have any influence on what matters? Like in terms of like, oh shit, our country is about to get bombed. Does the queen even matter?
I don't know.
What's the point of that queen? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Not from there. I guess I'm not supposed to get it.
Collins won, by the way.
Let's go. I got her on my team. Yeah. Feisty. Come on.
She won.
Yes, I do indeed. So anyway, back to what we were talking about, the Djokovic and Draper match.
Yeah, again, like he's a lefty. He had a good game. I mean, he's still very young. I can't say that he's going to be a champion.
Yeah,
I didn't see the spark like I've seen in some other players. He could be your typical Edmund.
I don't even give him that. Look, watching this young man play, great. He came out, was hot, on fire for one set.
One set and slipped a lot.
The only problem here is it's just the best of 5 sets, and it doesn't matter. I don't care if it was Cam Norrie on the other side that he was playing his own countryman. I still think Cam Norrie would have won that match in 4 sets. He won a set, and then after that 1 set, Draper, when he was hitting his shots, return of serves, ground strokes, whatever. He was hitting them halfway into the bottom of the net. He wasn't getting any depth on the ball. If the ball cleared the net, it would still land service line or 2-3 feet behind it. And then Djokovic was able to step into the court, take the ball early, and not even hit it with a ton of pace. Just pick his spot and execute.
This guy said I did enter a team.
Okay, I'm sure I have it. Go ahead though.
Okay.
But yeah, the for me, watching Jack Draper at his age, I think he's 19. If you can only play lights out for one set, let me put it this way. Djokovic probably played the worst set of his entire life in that first set. Jack Draper, on the other hand, probably played the best set of his entire life, and it was still 6-4. After that, I think the tactics of Draper were very well absorbed by Djokovic, and that's why he rolled so quickly.
Well, I said to him, I said, with Djokovic, I said, you definitely can't go past four rallies. I said, you're in trouble once you go past 4. I said, he just figures it out and hits better angles than you do.
Exactly.
Past 4, I said, if you're going to beat Djokovic, you got to do it like 1-2 punch, 1-2-3 punch, which is impossible to do. But
yeah,
if you're going past 4 balls, you're not going to win the point.
I got you this guy 1000. I just found it. I flipped through it pretty quickly. He did not have Kvitova, and this guy 1000 did not have Tsitsipas, and this guy 1000 chose all 2-point players on his women's side, and this guy 1000 only chose one seeded player in the top 20 on his men's side, being Djokovic.
Layla C says, I give Draper credit for the first set. Didn't expect him to win even one, but he is no match for the number 1 in
Is that
the world.
Layla C?
Yeah.
She's in the game. She's in the game for sure. So moving forward, Djokovic, I felt like gave the young Draper a gift. He was like, Merry Christmas. It's Justin's Christmas in Alabama in July because his Christmas is Wimbledon for him, being me. And Djokovic understood that. I talked to him last night, and Djokovic said he would gift him a Christmas present and give him a set to jumpstart his young career.
I think you're full of crap.
I'm kidding, obviously.
I think it was more like he was adjusting to the grass. He kept slipping a lot, and that's what happened. He adjusted. She's fine. Where's little guy?
I want to go to the.
Oh, well, come say hello before you give us the dissertation. Come on, this is Miss
And tie
Gabby.
your shoelaces.
All right. Just coming in from a little camp. All right. Thank you.
What do you need?
I want to go with Lily, so
Okay, we're not going to get into family politics here. Come on.
Where's the little guy?
Go. All right. Anyway, so you have kids, you get the middle one that wants to go with the older one, and then you have the middle one that wants to go with the younger one, but none of the ages fit, and then the middle one gets kind of, I want to go with them, but it's not really for their age group. So anyway, that's how we roll.
Well, maybe the older one should take the little one with her.
Come here, buddy.
All right.
Gabby got a cameo. Let's get this guy a cameo.
What's up, little man?
Oh, JD2 right here. What's up, bro? Huh? My little tennis player. And this is Lily back here. I don't know if you can see this young chap. You got to get over here. So JD2 and Liliana 1. All right. Oh, Chris, what's some OG? He's got his OG glasses on right here.
This is the bozo that beat me.
Oh, you got the crew in here. They probably can't see that, though.
I don't know.
But yeah, you got the crew.
They can see.
Yeah, they can see.
They can see.
Yeah.
That's the bozo that beat me.
You got the childrens in here. Got the childrens. All right. See you later.
Bye, guys.
All right. Is anybody worried that Djokovic lost the first set to this young Draper?
Nope.
Do you think that was a Christmas gift?
No, I just think he needed to adjust to the grass court. He kept falling a lot. Someone put here, Novak slipped. Oh, Marcelino de Croc said Novak slipped on 2 big break points. The first set is closer than it seemed. I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. And also, by the way, do you think Jack Draper has the same access to custom-made shoes with knobby soles or spiked soles versus other players like Sue Shea that don't even have a shirt sponsor?
Yeah, I did see his shoes when he fell. And yeah, they have like these
little knotty ones on there. So,
yeah.
And here's the thing you have to understand that, the first week of Wimbledon is always slippable. Because the grass is green, it's lush and fresh. If you ever care about how the courts are maintained at Wimbledon, check it out. You can go to YouTube, Google it, whatever. I love growing plants. I'm a fan of it. And hydroponically grown plants means that there's no really soil involved. It's a water system, and thus creating the grass, right? So underneath these sprawling grounds at the All England Club are these hydroponic water systems that make these courts the way that they are, right?
Yeah.
And it's an amazing feat. It's a wonderful thing to see. The science behind it is amazing, right? The first week, what happens when grass starts to break? If we go out and cut our grass, right? We're mowing the lawn, right? Mowing the lawn. the grass, even though it's sunny and dry outside, comes out wet and matted to the lawnmower, right? Well, why is that? Because there's water content, H2O, involved in photosynthesis in the grass and blah, blah, blah. So the same thing happens here week 1. So players get out there, they step, the grass breaks, it exposes the moisture in the grass, and players slip and fall.
Yep.
Now, the best players in the world can afford to have someone up in the stands, hey, bring me my other pair of shoes. I think we've seen Tsitsipas do this before when he kept having his shoelaces break at an Australian Open one year, I think it was. I don't remember. Maybe it was the US Open. But some players don't have that ability to do so. So at Wimbledon, I think it's very smart to bring multiple pairs of shoes, spikes, less spikes, firmer spikes, and so forth. But the problem is, what happens to a player like Kopfer, for example, that don't have the access to custom-made shoes? You follow a lot.
Yes, Alex Crier said, how has the grass slowed down since the 80s?
That's a great question. I can't really.
Well, I mean, we know that they play different. In the 80s, it was all serve and volley. Serve and volley. You never saw more than four balls hit, I would say. The points were quick. It was quick. Now, I mean, the first week, I think the first few days, the tennis is kind of quicker. But then as it progresses, it becomes more like play, you say, because it slows down.
Well, I think in certain spots.
At certain spots, you see a lot more rallies. Whereas before, they taught you to serve and volley, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's not the same. You really can't do that.
Look, when I was a junior in the early 80s, whether it was my father coaching me or one of many coaches, if I wasn't at the net in a couple of shots, if not right off the serve, if I'm serving, I'm getting yelled at.
Michael Walker says they changed the grass in 2002 at Wimbledon. Yeah, I saw
Great.
Walter won. She's gonna face Sabalenka next.
And that's great by Michael Walker as always. One of the thoughts when the question came across, and I didn't want to shoot from the hip and sound like an idiot, but I'm sure the science behind the when you look at phylums and species, and you're studying science, you have like a phylum, a species, and all these different. So I'm guessing in the grass world, there's like certain species of grass, certain genetics of grass that works very well under these type settings. So I'm sure as science evolves in terms of botany, I'm guessing that the grass and the ability to have better grass and to grow it more efficiently, I'm sure as time it gets better.
Yep, 9-9 for, thank you, Tom. 9-9 for Kudermetova and Golubic. Kennan won, Collins won, Bolter won. We're still waiting for a few matches. I saw the guys. They're still playing. Murray's up 2-1, by the way.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Again, if you're just tuning in, 67. How do you say 67?
67%.
67% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed. It's our goal of moving forward to get actual real camera input right there. So that would help out.
I see a lot of comments where everybody's saying, Marcellino said Novak's serve looked great. I will be honest with you.
He looked great in the third quarter.
Great. I saw the first set, and then I saw some of the second set, and then after that I stopped watching. I said, this is over. We all know this is over. You can't celebrate the fact that Jack Draper won one set. I mean, Rafa, it's had him 2 sets up. So many people have had him 2 sets up, and he still comes back.
As Federer.
I mean, seriously. So you can never count Djokovic out. He can be like 2 sets down, 5-0, and you still believe in him.
Yeah, ironically, when we got up this morning to watch that match at 5, it was rain delay, and the match that they were showing, this is on the Tennis Channel, was Federer against Djokovic, the last final they played at Wimbledon. Mm-hmm. And long story short, this is an example of why you cannot ever count your chickens playing Novak Djokovic. You just can't. I don't think there's any other player in history that some players get down big and you can go ahead and start counting your chickens that they're going to probably lose. Novak Djokovic, again, is one of those type players that he can be down 2 sets, a match point or 2, and he's still the favorite, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, this guy asked if I saw his comment. Yep, I'll bring it up, I guess.
Go for it.
Apparently, it was Jack Draper's father, Roger, who tried to convince the Djokovic family to switch to British citizenship back in 2006.
Oh, there's some politics involved here. If he's switching, between on the same island, Scotland and England, or is it like he's from somewhere else?
The kid that he played, his
Draper.
family tried to convince Djokovic's family to change into British
For
citizenship.
Djokovic to change
Yeah,
nationality?
in 2006.
Okay.
In 2006. Not like it mattered. They didn't do it anyway.
Okay.
So.
Well, the Draper family was trying to do this?
Yes, his dad.
Okay, look. I hope all you Serbian viewers out there, and I know I looked at analytics this morning, you're like 10% of our viewers, and that's big. It's huge. Thank you. Vamos, flags right there. But the Balkan area of Europe has been war-torn and ravaged I mean, wow, it's 2020. World War I was in what, 1914 or something. So you're talking, 100 years just of military importance right there. Now, a lot of people will say that.
Didn't your friend say that they started?
Well, there was an archbishop I forget what his name was from that area that was killed in World War I started. But that area of the world is not. And especially Serbia. You're not going to have a Serbian that is going to denounce their nationality ever to the death, unless it's somehow religiously involved. And I think a lot of you Serbian viewers can expand this a little bit more. But from what I remember from college classes and so forth, but namely from the fight in World War I, the trenches, the mustard gas, the millions of people dying, crazy war. But nonetheless, the Serbians are very nationalistic. They're very patriotic. I think the mindset of someone to try to pursue Novak Djokovic, I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
It could be fake news for all I know, but I'm just answering a question. If someone tried to persuade Novak Djokovic or anyone in his family to change nationality, I'm guessing so he could train there? Is that what it was?
I guess. I don't know. We've heard about this.
This is like Osaka. Who are you going to play for in the Olympics? I'll pay you more to work at my facilities, and no, I'll pay you more. It becomes a money political bullshit scene. So, again, I have nothing about this. I'm just answering to a question I've never heard in my life. But I'm guessing it was change your nationality, come train here, fly our flag when you play. I'm guessing that was it, if it's true.
So one person said.
But obviously the person that. If this is
the
true.
Archduke was killed on this day. That's
yes.
Alexander. But then someone else says Simon Simonovic is not the Archbishop, but the heir to the thrones was killed on this day in 1914.
Yes, in 1914. There you go. And the war started.
Ferdinand,
yes. Okay, so now my college is coming back after
28th of June, 1914.
I'm 43. I graduated.
World War started.
Yes, so
grade 10 history. Yes, now we're talking about history.
Let's go. That's why I love you guys.
We're talking about history.
And that's Simon Simonovic out there. He's like a brother from there. That's like his thing.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Let's go.
That are making comments.
So can I get a thumbs up for that? Gringo here.
I've met a lot of Serbian.
That brought up the World War I.
I've met a lot of Serbians and a lot of Serbian friends, and I find that a lot of them they're very proud of their flag.
And damn sure should be.
Some of them are very arrogant. And I'm saying I've met many, and especially tennis players, and many don't mix within race. They don't believe in that. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Maybe they like to be super tall.
No. What you're missing
I don't know, but I find that. I've met so many. Carla,
you're missing the context of this. Mm-hmm. Genocide in that area. Do you know the definition of genocide?
Yes,
I get it. And it has hit them from so many different angles for so many years.
Many have come here to play tennis.
But you just asked a question. You said, why does it seem to you that the people in the Balkan areas are really standoffish about mixing
mm-hmm.
In between in terms of their offspring and so forth. I don't know how to say it any more politically correct.
Yeah,
it's because for the entire for the past multiple hundreds of years, this area has been hit with some new person wanting to come in and just annihilate everybody, and they dug in and they're still there. So I think that if this is true about someone trying to lure Novak Djokovic to come train in Britain, you can fly my flag. I think the person that asked them to do that is an idiot that never took a history class.
Apparently his dad, Jack Draper's dad, I can't go back to the comment because there's a lot of comments. He was the president of the UK Tennis Federation.
Oh, well, he can kiss my ass.
Brian Mason said, "Hey, I'm not arrogant. I'm just better than some." Just kidding. Laugh out loud. Ryan, you're really, really nice. I'm not saying they're not, but a lot of them are standoffish when they meet you. At first, they think, I feel like they...
Who?
I've had a lot of Serbian friends that I play tennis, and when you meet them, I've met many in Florida that have come on scholarships. I feel like they put a wall, so it takes a lot of time to get through them.
But
Isn't that what happened with Djokovic though? That's why it's taken him for a lot of people to like him. It's like they put up this wall, like they want to fight, and you're really trying not to.
Can I make a metaphor here?
Sure.
If I'm a psychology graduate, and there's something called conditioning. Classical conditioning, operant conditioning, whatever. So it's Pavlov. Pavlov had some dogs, and he would make some noise, and the dogs would associate with eating dinner, and they'd be all every time they heard a noise, they'd be like, dinner's coming. And sometimes the dinner wouldn't be coming. They were conditioned to respond to the noise, right? So you mentioned, that you feel like there's a wall up.
Yes.
But don't you think, Carla, that after all these years of genocides and wars and so many conflicts, that these people want to put, and I say these people, that's disrespectful. These wonderful human beings deserve to say, hold up before I get to know you, hold up before you judge me. I've been pushed around long enough, and I'm not taking it any damn more. Don't you think they deserve to have a barrier in between their... Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, well... There's any country that have gone through.
How many of these people have trained playing in bombed out swimming pools as a backboard in the deep end while our bombs were dropping off our stealth bombers back in the day?
Okay, I'm not saying. I'm not talking about. I'm just saying the ones I've met. Ryan said, I agree. I play tennis with some Serbians and they're rude out there. There's many I've played tennis with.
Crimea River.
I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying there's many that it's hard to. But then when you get through it, they're very nice people. And they're very smart, by the way. They know multiple languages. I've met a lot of Serbians that know Spanish. It's amazing.
Man, when people are rude to me, I don't even care. I'm like, geez, I can be rude when I don't feel well either. I just roll with it.
So Alex Cuellar said, took me a while until I liked Novak. And this guy said, I still don't like him. Laugh out loud. Alex Cuellar, I still don't like him either.
Hey, all I know is looking at all the fantasy teams from right now after Kvitov and Tsitsipas came out. This guy 1000 has got a good squad.
He does.
He's got a good squad.
So Marcelino says, how big of a chance does Francis Tiafoe have?
This is a great question. Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who brought up the topic?
Marcelino.
All right, Marcelino, let's go. This one's for you. First of all, watching the match was fun. I enjoyed the match. It was fun to watch Tiafoe because Tiafoe, I think we forget that Tiafoe is so young. Tiafoe is what, 22, 23?
23.
And it seems like he's been on tour for a long time. Well, he has. I think Tiafoe made like the first or second round of the French Open back in like 2016 or 17. So he's been on the tour for a while, but yet he's so young.
His story is interesting too. Dad came to America, worked at a club as a janitor, got his son involved in tennis, One of the ugliest games on the tour. So ugly to watch, so robotic to watch. It's just ugly to watch. But he beat Tsitsipas today, and like B-Dog said, it was 1-2-3. He had too much for him. Tsitsipas looked disinterested. Do I think he has a big chance to make it far? No. I think Tiafoe could lose to anyone.
First of all, I'm going to disagree with you at this point on him having a chance.
You didn't even pick him to beat Tsitsipas.
Oh, I know that. No one did.
That's my point.
No one did. But before you bite my head off, hold on.
But does he have a good draw? Absolutely. Tsitsipas would play next Cameos or Pospisil. Definitely a winnable match. And then it's either Gerasimo or Clark or Mackenzie McDonald and Hatchinoff. Definitely winnable match for him to even get to the fourth round. Absolutely. I mean, his everything is open for him. It's all up to him of how well he wants to do. Respect for Tiafoe, definitely. Alex Cuellar, Tiafoe is strong. Did you guys see him when he won? He was like this, and then he did. Does anyone know why he does that? Like he acts like he's eating something. I've never seen him do this after a win.
Where's Tiafoe in here? Like just point near it.
Where's Tsitsipas?
Okay. Tsitsipas was expected to cruise through this match.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen. Number one, Tsitsipas looked disinterested. It looked like his mind was on something totally different. Now, we know he lost a loved one that was very tight within the family circle. And by the way, a shout out to my sister out there. My sister has had breast cancer and it metastasized throughout her body to the brain. And she's starting intense radiation on her brain today. So my thoughts and blessings are with her. She may not think so, but they are. But Tsitsipas was expected to cruise. Tiafoe brought positive energy to this match. He would make an error and he would smile. He would challenge a ball and he would smile.
He challenged so many.
We have 3 rules here at 5K Tennis in terms of coaching and with our students. We have a couple new students today we've never seen before, right?
It's James Harden celebration. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you.
Great knowledge drop. Who said that? So you give him credit?
Shashank.
Okay.
Because he does this thing and then he goes like this.
But what is it a metaphor for? It's like like my kids, like I have a 16-year-old kid, and every time like he does something like and beats you, he's like, "Oh, I just served you breakfast." Is he eating breakfast? Is that what is that?
I don't know.
A metaphor for?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what it meant.
I just ate you for lunch.
So Layla, see, the eating gesture started in football. Actually, Ohio State. It's like he's cooking.
But so what? Okay. I get that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's go. Not really, because I'm a Bama fan.
Layla says it means feed me. Like give me the ball. I'm hungry.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you comment of the day so far because I was very, very.
I didn't know what I understood this, but I didn't get the whole thing. But he gave a great speach, by the way.
He did, and
he knows how to talk very well.
Yeah, and
very smart guy.
What was amazing about this is generally there is an interview after the big matches. You know, the semifinal or the final, especially, but. The All England Club on the one covered court that was playing. Well, actually, I think they have 2. But they brought out the microphone and gave him an opportunity to answer some questions in a first-round match. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They did that for Sloane Stephens, too.
Wonderful for them. Why? Mm-hmm. Why is that wonderful for them?
Because they never get that opportunity.
They never get the opportunity. Some people would call it racial. Some people would call it just shithead-mindedness.
Good day for the USA, by the way.
Well, and here's what makes it even better. Okay? Tiafoe, after he won this match, and we watched every ball strike of this match. Mm-hmm. Tiafoe had never beaten a player in the top 5 in the world, ever. Okay? He's still so young. Never had he beaten someone in the top 5. Now, I always give Rafael Nadal shit about winning his 700th French Open, and he collapses on the ground and does snow angels or clay angels, you know? If you know what that is, you're like doing this and the snow land on your back. Mm-hmm. Nadal still does that after 7 million French Opens. Tiafoe could have very well done that here. I mean, he's been on tour.
He was happy. He was celebrating.
But yet, did he collapse on the ground and act like some buffoon? No, he went up to the net, did what he had to do. Tsitsipas was long gone, and then he did his deal. But he didn't do it in front of him. And I thought that was very good sportsmanship from Tiafoe. And by the way, Tsitsipas was supposed to cruise through that quarter and then meet Kachanov and then cruise through that. So
Justin, you said yesterday or the day before that, if you look at your video, that you thought Tiafoe would give problems to Tsitsipas if you go back to your video.
That's why I didn't pick Tsitsipas.
You actually said that. I remember you saying Tiafoe could give problems to Tsitsipas, and I didn't pick Tsitsipas because many of you told me, hey, he's not really good in grass, you know? So I didn't pick him.
But look, and credit to everyone else that plays the fantasy teams and our tennis racket giveaway competitions, because almost none of you pick Tsitsipas. So what does that mean? Almost all of you and all of us pick Tsitsipas for the French, but almost none of us picked Tsitsipas for here. Why is that? Either we all knew about his psychological or cognitive mindset because of the loss of the family member, or number 2, that Tiafoe was good enough to potentially beat him in the first round, which unfortunately, I thought the same thing about Kvitova and Stevens. The thing about Kvitova and Stevens that I deserve is Sloane Stephens is my ex-girlfriend. We spent a lot of time together. I really cared for her a lot.
We should bring her here so she can teach you how to play some tennis.
Yeah.
Because you need some help on your
Sloane Stephens and Carla don't get along too well.
No, I like her. What are you talking about?
When did you start liking my girl? Or my ex-girl?
You're the one that make fun of her for chocolate milk. I never had a problem with Sloane Stephens.
Oh, I was only mad at her because she kept drinking too much chocolate milk.
I like Sloane Stephens. I think that she is one of the...
So now you like my ex-girlfriend?
When did I say anything? She's the nicest girl on tour. Every time she
always tries to apologize to you.
For what?
For being my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, brother, Justin, get real.
Anyway, but
I was like, laugh out
loud. But here's the thing. I deserve to have Kvitova losing because Look, we've done these fantasy teams on this channel for almost 4 years. What does it say?
Mukesh did change his winner to.
You will mention in the video that I will pick Petra Kvitova, but I picked Azarenka for winner. Who is that?
Mukesh.
Chadha?
Yeah.
Okay, go
check
ahead.
it out. Check it out.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, let's see. Anyway, okay, Jack Nolte says.
What is it, Mukesh?
Mukesh. Anyway, do you think U.S. men finally
Who
get?
does he got? Muguruza Azarenka?
Yeah.
With Azarenka winning?
Yeah.
I got that.
That's what we got. Yeah.
I got it.
He says, anyway, do you think U.S. men finally get some guts at slams?
I don't think one match against a
No.
disinterested Stefano Tsitsipas
No.
is going to make or break anything.
No.
Now, with Tiafoe, I do think he beats the winner of Pospisil and Carbais Baena. I do think he beats the winner of Hachinov or McDonald.
Michael Walker, you said a great comment. Tiafoe needs to win a 500 first, then a 1,000, and then we will consider about winning a major. Crawl, walk, then run.
It's great.
He said it really well.
That's great stuff. But look, and his entire section. Let's see if I can bring this around here. I don't know if they can see it
Why
or
would
not.
just say it?
Look, I'll see if they can see it, and if I can't, I can't. So Tiafoe is right.
Where Tsitsipas is, just look for Tsitsipas.
I'm trying. Okay, here he is. So Tiafoe is right here. So literally below him, Carbais, Bayonaire, Pospisil, Gerasimov, and Jay Clark, McDonald or Kachanov. I'm assuming based upon the way he played today, he'll get through that quarter. Which brings you down to the next section. I mean, what is it? De Minaur that's going to potentially threaten him?
I think De Minaur could lose.
I mean, maybe, but what I'm saying is it almost seems to me that the Tsitsipas section was really easy, and he was supposed to get through that.
He just didn't want to be there at all.
Yeah,
it was just like, and I put on my notes, why can't Tsitsipas do well on grass? He's got the height, he's got the volleys, he's got the game for it,
Yeah.
the consistency. What is it with this guy that he can't do well
on
grass? I don't get it.
Let me read off to you the players below Tsitsipas. Again, Tsitsipas started the bottom half of the top half of the draw. So Djokovic is up there on a streamline to the semifinals, and here is Tsitsipas down here. That wasn't designed for marketing, right? But the marketing design got trounced because they stuck an American in there, and they thought the American would get beaten down badly, and it didn't happen. So here's who's left, no matter what the results are. I'm just reading names. You ready for this? Carbais Baena, Pospisil, Gerasimov, Clark, McDonald, Kachanov, Evans, Lopez, Lajovic, Simon, Zhang, Huang, Korda, De Minaur, Shapovalov, Klosgreiber, Andujar, Ott, Rinderneck, Murray, Basilashvili, Opelka, Kopfer, Kwan, Masur, Bagnis, Kekmanovic, Millman, and Bautista Agut. He's the same as all of them in here now. Tsitsipas was supposed to be the person that wasn't the same as all of them and giving us the Djokovic-Tsitsipas semis.
Someone wrote here.
Now it's open.
Furkill said Tsitsipas lost round 1 last year as well, or 2 years ago. Don't understand why people thought he had a big chance on grass or Wimbledon this year.
That's a great comment. Who said that?
Furkill 377.
That's a great. I'm surprised Furkill didn't get his picks in.
And then Furkill 377 said Medvedev's next to be upset, but he won Mallorca, so think he could go several rounds at least now, like Clay and Roland Garros. You know, one thing I find about players that win a tournament before going into the slam,
They get cold.
they almost always lose in the first round.
Or their mindset is, I just won this one, so I'm going to do well.
Or if they go
and then
far,
they go away, yeah.
if they go far in a tournament right before the slam. There's Kvitova. There's the example.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Kerber. Watch Kerber also lose.
Kerber's going to do well.
She hasn't been good. Why do people think Kerber's gonna do
She
well?
just won a tournament.
She has sucked ass for 3 years.
Sucking ass now.
Sucked ass, and then you gotta pick her. I mean, De Minaur just won too. Watch him go out too. I mean, it's I don't know. Kerber? Why does everyone have hope on Kerber?
Can I ask everybody a question? And if you don't want to talk about this, just tell me to shut up. I believe, at least to a certain degree, there is a good height range. Height, meaning or how tall we are. For me, I think an ideal, and look, height in tennis isn't a huge deal, but height in terms of playing a sport and running your ass off for 15, 20 years, I think it's kind of important when it comes to height. Like NBA basketball players, they have knee issues. I'm 6'1" and I have knee issues, but Is Tsitsipas too tall? Is 6'5" too tall? Is Zverev at 6'6" too tall? Is Isner, Karlovic, and Opelka pushing 7 feet? Is it too tall? Does it limit their mobility? Does it cause their joints to become achy after so many years? Does it inhibit them from going after certain balls that most people would sprint after, and they're like, the hell with it. I'm not going to hurt my knees going after that damn ball. Is Tsitsipas almost in that too tall to be a consistent champion for many, many, many years?
No, I don't think
You
so.
don't think he's too tall?
I don't think so. No, because he's very light on the feet. He's not like Isner, built like Isner, where Isner's legs are kind of straight, and even when he runs, it's like a giraffe. It's like.
Yeah.
And he's not like Opelka. He's not built like Opelka. That he's built kind of different. I don't think that he'll have a problem.
Height
I
in
don't think
tennis
he'll
is
have.
difficult.
But I don't think he's built like a Ivan Isavic. More like Ivan Isavic could move on the court.
I wonder what the average height would be of the best players of all time. In other words, let's starting with Sampras and then Federer and then Nadal and then Djokovic and whatever. Aren't they mostly around 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there? Aren't they a little bit on the about my height, 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there? I think.
Yeah, Layla C says Tsitsipas moves well on clay and hard courts. He just hasn't played enough in grass to figure out how to move on it yet.
Yeah.
This guy says Tsitsipas never moves so well though. They do, because they're kind of like Michael Walker, too tall. I don't think so. He's the same height as Safin. Thank you. I don't see the problem with his height. Alex Kuyar says 4-4 with Murray. Shashesh says
First set.
I think his height and the way that he hits his shots could help on clay. Simon says average height would be 180 to 185 centimeters. Ryan Mason said, I think so, Justin, over 6'6", not Tsitsipas. If you're over 6'6".
So 6'6" is the magic number. 6'6" is where you set down the tennis rackets and jump to basketball. 6'6". Because I think under 6'6" in NBA basketball, you're just going to get your pack. You're going to get out of here.
And then Furkill said, I should have participated in fantasy team, Justin, but I forgot to pick my picks. I am with Carlo though. Fed's going to win this year.
No way.
That's right.
No way. I'll take that bet with anybody. I won't go too much money on it. But
said, why you Americans are not using metric system? It's crazy. Nobody knows your 6'6" stuff. Well, because we're in America. That's why. We're in America. It's like the miles, and if you go to some other country, they don't put miles per hour.
Well, but on the same time, at the same point in time, 6 feet, no matter where you are, is 72 inches, because 6 times 12, there's 12 inches in a foot. So if you're 6 feet and you multiply that by 12, you're 72. And then if you're 6'6", you just add the number 6 to that 72, and you have 78. And it doesn't matter where you are. Inches are damn inches. Just saying, we can convert that too.
Yeah.
We can convert. Just saying, damn.
Oh, man.
All right. So anyway, level playing field on height. I do think that if you're 7 feet tall, 6'6", 6'7".
Michael always says, Justin, inches are not metric.
Well, whatever. Okay. Anyway, we can figure it out. We can go to Google and hit translate.
Alex Kuyar said, I guess I'm 1.778 meters. Laugh out loud.
That's a good drop. Good drop right there.
Well, it's like when you go to the parks, right? They have inches. You have to be this amount of inches. If you go to a roller coaster, don't they say that?
But they have a thing you can stand
but
up
they
next
say
to.
but it says 48 inches or above.
But you can walk up and put your head there. And there's maybe they should put a thing like if you're above this height when you walk onto this tennis court, you have a good probability of losing. And then if you're under this height,
I know that they always do inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Next subject. Which is the next subject? Kvitova and Sloane Stephens.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Is everyone shocked that she lost?
Kind of.
I am shocked that she lost. I really am. Well, I didn't think Sloane Stephens would beat her. And in 2 sets. I didn't think that was going to happen. I picked her. I picked her to go to the finals.
I'm shocked that the very few times where we've done this fantasy team where I've actually picked 1-point players. Usually I pick all 2-point players for the most part. I usually pick 1 man, 1-point player, and 1 female, and then the rest of them 2. And I chose 2 women this year, and that was Serena Kvitova. And I lost her. Meanwhile, she was playing my ex-girlfriend. So, I deserve that. I'm very sorry, Sloan. I'll make it up to you later. All right?
You're gonna have to compete against the soccer guy, money, fame.
It's okay. She can't dance like I can, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, don't do that.
Wait a minute.
You're going to play this?
Wait, do I have that video?
That was a good, it was
Damn,
a
I
good
don't
time.
have that
It was a
video.
good time.
Yeah, I went with him Saturday night. Not that I wanted to go, to watch this band called what?
East LA Fadeaway.
Well, they play Grateful Dead music. So we went around 6 o'clock with his friend Bill, and this guy danced
Like 3 hours.
4 hours. His dance was.
Man, it was a killer band,
That was
man.
his dance the whole time, and he kept jumping.
4
up.
hours. And
I laughed for 2 hours.
And then she got tired
I
of
got
the
tired of the
city.
same crap. And then by 11 o'clock, I was giving him dirty looks. Homeboy can't dance.
All I knew is look, Carla hasn't let me go anywhere for 12 years.
Wait. I haven't let you go
Yeah.
anywhere for 12 years?
Hook and chain, ball and chain.
That is BS. Do you think that I can hold him back? Like, seriously, Justin.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go anywhere. As a matter of fact, I told him, you want to go next time? You can go with Christopher, whoever you want. I will stay home and sleep.
I knew going in that I would be the only person up there, and I was, and I don't even
Him
care.
and some other dorky guy. Alex Couillard said, did you see his dance, Michael Walker? Horrible.
How would he
How
see
did
it?
you see it? I mean, it was like,
I'm telling you, no secrets around
I mean,
this
it
girl.
was like the dance, and he would just go. I'm like, what is that? And then they would tell me, go dance with him. I'm like, that's not dancing.
Is she scared?
You
She's
can't
scared.
dance to that type of music.
She's scared. She was
How
scared.
can you dance
She's
to that
scared.
type of
That's
music?
it. She's too scared. And she had high heel shoes on, so she couldn't dance in those anyway.
I've gone to Spanish clubs and dance in like
Dancing to what?
dancing like thin ass stilettos.
You know, these Spanish women, there's music with no rhythm. They somehow dance to it. It's like, it has
You mean
no,
reggaeton?
it has no rhythm to it whatsoever.
But you don't
just get a headache
You
listening
don't
to it.
understand the rhythm. You listen to dorky ass music.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
Who's my ex-boyfriend? Alex Couillard said, who's Carla's ex-boyfriend? In tennis? Iron Man.
Vucevic?
I don't know. If you compare Iron Man and Sloane Stephens, I think even guys would go for
You think?
Iron Man. Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Ego won 6-4, 6-4. Wildlife is happy right now. For sure. Because I said that would be an upset. Let me
All
write
right.
that one down.
Take comments. Your show now. I don't have any. I don't
But
have.
the whole thing with Kvitova out, does Sloane Stephens have a good chance now? Who does she play next? Where is the draw? Here it is. So her next match would either be Ann Christie or Heather Watson.
Look, Serena Williams right now is saying thank you, Kvitova.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
because I own Sloane Stephens.
Yeah.
And Kvitova would have been a rough go for me, but thank you. I just may get my 24th major here, so I can get this Margaret Court stuff off my back. Do you agree or disagree? I mean, Barty's still in the mix out there. I get it. You have the Kennons and Svitolinas and other people that Serena owns. Barty is someone that should be definitely in the conversation, but Serena,
Sabalenka didn't look too good to me.
well, you
I
know,
watched Sabalenka. We watched her play Nicolescu. I mean, she struggled a little bit. She didn't look that good.
yeah.
By
and-
the way, I have an advice for her. She has someone that tells her how to dress. For her type of body, Sabalenka, stay away from the dresses. It makes you look very square. You know, her back is too wide, like swimmers.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a strong back, like I couldn't wear certain things because I have a lot of muscle. She just looks very straight when she wears those dresses.
So wait a minute, hold up. A little while ago, someone, Carla, said a comment that, yo, Carla, you look buff in this
Which
shirt.
is why I don't wear shirts like this.
And you were playing it off, but now you're like, I got muscles.
No,
So
I wouldn't
you're
wear
dissing
a
your own
dress.
comment.
You even say you don't like me in tennis dresses. Some women don't look good in the tennis dresses. That's what I'm saying. I wore this shirt because Alex Couillard sent it to me. But most of my shirts are either tanks or they're like right here. That I wear that because I know they look better. Sabalenka with the dress, she just looks straight and her back is really wide. Should not wear that.
I want Carla to get a tattoo. I do. I think, look, she's a strong girl. You know, she's buff. I think she should have a tattoo. You know, you only live once. You know what I'm saying? So get it done. You know, I would say, you put something down here, maybe down to the forearm,
I'm not doing that to my body.
a vine.
I'm not doing that to my
maybe
body.
something like right here.
Nah, no thanks.
Maybe something.
I watch a lot of women dancing over there with too many tattoos. Hell no. When you reach 60 and you're getting wrinkle, those tattoos no longer look good.
So if you had a tattoo when you're 30 and it says Mississippi, when you're 65 it just says is, It just shrivels up.
What about the girls that put the tattoos on their back?
That's okay.
The stamp tramp?
Oh, that's called a tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like
so
that.
what about when you get wrinkled and old? That stuff looks bad. I mean, why would you want that back there? I don't know.
With those guns, man, look at these guns.
What about when
man.
they get soft and flabby? I don't think so. Ryan Mason said first set, Murray. Simone said Murray won first set. Ha 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 ha.
I picked Murray.
But you argued in the last show that Bashvili was going to beat him.
I had two choices for my 3-point players. It was either Ott, O-T-T-E, what's the score there?
Iron Man
and
serving
then
for the
Murray.
match. Was I a fan of Rico? Yes, Rico Suave. This one student that I called.
The musician?
Yeah.
Rico.
Yeah, I was a fan. I thought he was funny.
What was
I
that?
never thought he was cute. I just would laugh.
What was
at
that, like 91 or 89?
90 something,
Somewhere
yeah.
in there, early 90s?
This guy said Opelka down 2 sets.
Oh, shit.
Ouch, and I picked him.
I'll go ahead and tell you what. For my fantasy team, I have Djokovic, Opelka, Evans, Isner, Kyrgios, Cilic, Norrie, Querrey, and Murray.
Anderson won.
Serena Williams.
Anderson Djokovic.
Serena Williams, Kvitova already lost her. Kerber, Kontaveit, Ostapenko, Jabeur, Collins, Keys, Samsonova.
Anderson won. You hear that? So,
If Opelka loses, I'll go ahead and pull my name out from competition.
I think I have him as well.
There's no way I can compete with some of these people. If you lose a player or multiple players in the first round, it's very difficult to compete with a lot of these players. So hopefully Opelka pulls that out. Who the hell is he even
Oh,
playing?
by the way, Justin called Kvitova. I don't know if you guys agree with this. Slender woman.
Slender Woman?
Yeah, slender woman.
Oh, her nickname. Kvitova's nickname.
Mhm.
Slender Woman, yeah.
Have you heard of Intocable, Carla? Yes, I have. All right, let's see what else we got. Rublev, we talked about that. Tiafoe beats Tsitsipas. Why does Tsitsipas not look good? And Sloane Stevens beats Kvitova. That's all I have for today.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's kind of tough. I mean, to talk about more when these matches, unfortunately, started way too late.
yeah. So okay, talking about this. So Carla and I.
Content didn't pull out. She had coronavirus.
Yeah, Conta had coronavirus.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, our lesson schedule for teaching lessons is what?
Oh, didn't I? Someone told me. Who was it that told me? B-Dog said that in order for you to be at watching the matches or something, you either had to have a card saying that you were vaccinated or must test negative, which we know that.
You mean in England?
Yes.
So you're saying in order to go to the Queen's Club in England to watch the matches, you have to present a vaccination card for COVID, or you have to provide
a negative test.
Negative test.
You have to take the test and provide a negative test. So tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to get into all this here, but I think it's a sad day. I'm not saying I believe or don't believe or anything. I'm just saying it's a sad day if I can't go anywhere without proving that I've jammed something I have no idea what it is into my arm.
So tomorrow we'll be teaching it early in the morning, and then we'll be done around 11:30, and then we'll be back out on the court at 5.
All right, poll question. Please answer this. If you can't, you can't. A lot of people watch this way later. So we teach all morning tomorrow. We have a short lunch
To
break.
11:30, and then we don't go back out till 5.
Okay, so we're done teaching at 11:30. It doesn't start at 11:30, ends at 11:30,
Yes,
and then we don't go back out till 5.
Yes.
And I'm
It
guessing.
looks like Bautista Agut's about to win. Go ahead.
So what time? So after we go back out there at 5, what time's our next lesson over?
7.
7. So we would get back here, unload and everything, and shower, whatever. So probably more like 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
My question is this. Our question is this. Would you like to see a more rushed live show at around 12, 1, or 2?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather see a more prepared live show at, say, 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night? We may not have as much energy, but that's okay. So, again, right now in the U.S.
Bautista Agut won. Millman out. We chose him.
Yeah, right now it's 1 o'clock p.m., 1:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. So either around this same time tomorrow or about 9 hours later, 8 or 9 hours later. So let us know in comments. That would be a big help, and that will help us plan our day because we're going to do it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
We would rather do it where there's more of you.
Yeah. So
That's that.
Fusovic serving, deuce. Let's see. I like today's time. Okay.
Today?
Alex said
Okay.
he likes today's time.
That's fine
I mean, we could do like around 2, 3 o'clock show.
because it's not until 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3 o'clock show.
2 or 3. Okay, we can
Yeah.
handle that. So we're Central Time tomorrow. around 2 or 3 Central Standard Time, and
This guy said this time is better, so late is
Okay.
probably not good.
Okay.
So that's what we'll
Yeah.
probably be doing during the whole week.
Look, and I'll end today with this, and this is for any of you out here that have a team similar.
I don't think Anderson can do anything, Marcelino. I don't think Anderson's gonna. I think Djokovic is gonna steamroll through 3 sets with him. I don't.
Look, I wrote all these teams handwritten. I know Dusan has as well in Slovenia. But this guy 1000's team was really intelligent. And let me read it real quick. So he only chose one
But his
player.
players haven't played tomorrow.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
people
except Volley-Net's playing right now.
people have already lost Tsitsipas and Kvitova.
Mm-hmm.
Almost everybody. And those are 1-point players. He doesn't have any of those. He has all 2-point bangs. So Djokovic, Humbert, Cilic, Isner, Nishikori, Fognini, Herbert. That's Herbert. Yeah, he chose both Humbert and Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Evans, Nakashima. I was a little uncertain about Nakashima, though. I still don't trust any young American qualifier. They just don't have enough fight. But nonetheless, he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Women's side, Kerber, Jabeur, Kazatkina, Keys,
Rublev won. Thank you.
Alexandrova, appreciate that, Alexandrova, Sevitsova, Cornet, An Lee, and Volley-Nets.
Ironman won. Yes.
Let's go. So, anyway, and then also, look, if we can get the subscribe buttons, Carla and I's next goal, again, we still film with my cell phone. That's old. That's what the camera is. But Carla and I would like to get another camera, an actual camera, and then you just get a small little TV and put it on the wall right there, because I can unplug our little satellite receiver and just stretch it in here. So we can do these shows when the matches aren't done, and we can just look at updates right there. And,
Won. Okay,
So-
thank you guys. Fusovic won. Seppi won. Yep. So
Let's go.
Yeah, Rublev won. Tiafoe won. Kekmanovic won. Bautista. So we'll have Djokovic, Anderson. Seppi's waiting for Kudla or Davidovic, which I think Kudla is up right now. You've got Ironman against Vesely. Good draw for him. Kekmanovic against Bautista. A good. In the women's, we have Keys against Lauren Davis, which is a winnable match for her. Mugu against a qualifier. Kirkove, good match for her. Alexandrova against Sorino Serrano, another qualifier. Bolter against Sabalenka. Kennan's waiting for her. Gulubic took out the 29th seed, Kudermetova, and we'll play Collins.
Excellent.
All right, guys.
All right, the first quarter of day one is in the history books. Tomorrow will be day 2, but still a lot of day 1 left. I think there were 16 matches that were postponed until tomorrow. So day 1 will carry into tomorrow, but for us it's day 2. We will see you then. It's going to be our goal to do this somewhere between this time tomorrow or a little bit later, and not do the evening time. But again, with 5 kids and lessons and everything else, sometimes something happens. But it'll be our goal to get this set out for a time so you all can see it and be ready for it. But I won't put out, you can schedule these live shows. You can schedule them and put it out for a specific time tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The only problem with that is every time we have tried to do that, a child has to go to the emergency room. Someone calls for an extra lesson. This is our busy time of the season, and we need the money.
Yeah, I've got a few pending lessons I might have.
Yeah,
that might fill up those times.
Yeah, someone may call and
So
be
I
like,
can't,
yeah, hey, I'm visiting here. I'm visiting your island, or not ours, but I'm visiting Dolphin Island. Can you teach me a lesson at 5:30? And because this is the time of the year where we actually pinch our pennies to stay for the slower times of the year, it's kind of seasonal for us, then we have to do that. So I don't want to put it out there for tomorrow at 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and then all of a sudden tomorrow morning at 10 in the morning, someone says, hey, I'm on the island. I see your number here on the billboard. Can I have a lesson? And then I would have to change it and then make all of you mad. So I will do my best to get it scheduled out as soon as I feel like I can safely do it without swapping the time and therefore making everybody upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Churchill said this Wimbledon might be the worst like French was.
Could be. It's a good comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be. We'll
If,
see.
in the first round, if we've already lost Tsitsipas, which a lot of you have chosen to win the $250 or to on your fantasy teams, and we have already lost Kvitova, who has knocked out 50% of our $250 giveaway people, and all of the people that chose her on the fantasy teams, on top of Osaka not playing, on top of so many people, Tiem not playing, and on and on and on. I guess you could say that I could agree with his comment.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens moving forward, though.
All right, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe. The U.S. Open's going to happen, and we're going to be giving away the same stuff then. That's the only qualification to enter the games.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Much love, guys. Take care. We will see you tomorrow. Unsure of time yet.
Adios.
See ya.